Madden football brings you the divisional round of the NFL playoffs, and it's brought to you by EA Sports. It's the Cowboys and the Hawks. All that and more coming up next.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL playoffs brings us to the Pacific Northwest, the home of the 12s, and they are in full roar as you get a look inside Lumen Field in Seattle. Coming up, we've got an ultra-important divisional round matchup in the NFC, as it'll be the Dallas Cowboys taking on the Seattle Seahawks.
With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you look at this Seahawks team as they get ready here. They've certainly found their groove of late, winners of 5 in a row.
And I think the sky's the limit for this team. They're playing the best football that they've played in a long time.
Meanwhile, for the visitors here, the Cowboys, they've been playing their best football of the year, winners of 4 in a row.
And the offense last week, they had things humming. But you're really buoyed by what your offense is doing.
One of 2 spots in the NFC title game awaits the winner here as we're underway in the divisional round of the NFL playoffs.
And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25.
So out come the Seahawks now for their first possession.
They'll be led out by a Heisman runner-up during his college days. It's the versatile Jalen Hurts.
All in all, he was pretty solid in the victory in the wild card round and threw a couple of touchdowns. And when it comes to quarterback play, you'd always love spectacular. But in the playoffs, you'll take solid. And that's exactly what they're looking for from him again in this contest.
They go play action with Hurts. This one complete to Jerry Jeudy.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. That's good for a first down. There's a guy who went over 1,000 yards receiving in the regular season, and now he's got his first catch in the playoffs. First rep of the game for Josh Jacobs. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense, rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Throwing is Hurts.
And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle.
Jerry Jeudy.
60 yards.
And the Seahawks are on the board first here in this division round matchup.
Well, this has been a quick-strike offense all season long, finding many different ways to manufacture big plays.
They had a big playoff preview today in the papers, and it was about who would set the tone. Well, they just set the tone right there. Cairo Santos on to try the extra point. And this will give the Seahawks a 7-0 lead. So a 75-yard scoring drive on just 3 plays. And the Seahawks capping it off with a touchdown.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. So out come the Cowboys under head coach Mike McCarthy.
And they will be led out by their second-year quarterback.
And the quality of opponent goes up a notch here in this divisional round. But he's coming off such a sensational performance, I'm not sure he cares. 4 touchdown passes in the last game, and you'd have to imagine his head coach would sign up for that right now.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Here's Walker to start the drive.
And he stopped immediately there. Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Back to throw. Here's Stroud.
And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
I know at times people think we use it too often, but you've got to be able to throw guys open. And when you read zone, you've got to stick it in there before your receiver gets to the next guy in the zone. Otherwise, you bring him into the play.
And that's precisely what allowed that defense to disrupt the pass.
Stroud on 3rd down now. Setting up the screen here. This is Walker.
And he's going to be taken down at the 39. Clearly short of the first by a few yards. 8 yards on the screen there, not enough. And it'll be 4th down.
And that's a play that's not uncommon on 3rd and long because the offense is just hoping that somehow they can get a guy in space and follow some blockers downfield. Does a pretty nice job there getting a few yards, but he ends up getting stopped before he can get the 1st down.
Oh, a big decision here early. Look at this. They're going to go for it on their own side of the field.
They'll run for it. It's Walker. And good running there as he'll take this all the way up to midfield.
A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a 1st down.
And when you get into the divisional round of the playoffs, this is where having the ability to run the football is such an advantage. The defenses, they're generally going to be tougher the further you go along. So if you can get something established up front, it's going to give you a great chance to move on.
Stroud sets up the play action. Oh, a dangerous pass there, and it's intercepted. And the Seahawks are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line.
A young quarterback, Charles, rolling to his right. I know he's right-handed, but is that one that maybe a veteran sticks in his pocket?
I think so, but you have to remember with young quarterbacks, it may take a few years before they get all the stuff out of them that they did earlier in their career or even in their college days when they were used to being dominant. In this case, the NFL veteran defense ended up winning the battle.
From the 46-yard line, a 2nd down and 6. Hurts sets up to throw it.
And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6.
Hurts. Going to be taken in here by Nakua.
And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. Short completion, just 4 yards. And it'll be 4th down.
Now that's going to be a tough one to explain when they get together and watch the game film, isn't it? I mean, they had the right call, had the out route. He's got to know where the 1st down sticks are, yet he steps out of bounds that close. Not their best play.
Dallas offense set for this next drive.
One semi-factor, if you want to call it that was brought up in the papers this morning here, Charles. You got a dome team on the road in a cold weather environment, 1st round of the playoffs in January. Do you think that's a big deal?
Ordinarily, I say no. But in this situation, because you're used to that perfectly controlled environment, some coaches will want their teams exposed to it. If you're coming from a warm weather place and, even getting outside of your dome doesn't really help you, a lot of times they'll go on the road a little bit earlier. Go to a cold weather place, go to a place where there's a little bit of weather and practice there that week before the game to try and simulate the conditions they expect come game day.
And Stroud now to throw. He's got right on the short throw. Big strides, look at him go.
And down to the 28-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 53 yards.
And normally when you think about huge field-flipping plays like this, it's that shifty slot receiver, that burner on the outside. Not here. That's a tight end doing work down the field. Where's the oxygen mask? He's going to need it after that one. A big, big play.
And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. So 3 plays already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time.
60 Stroud. It connects quickly to Jamar Chase.
Touchdown, Cowboys!
Jamar Chase.
A 7-yard touchdown grab.
And the Cowboys are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Now Cade York for the extra point.
It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
The Seattle now ready to march onto the field.
Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
This throw taken in by Isaiah Likely.
And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. A good pickup there at 22. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line.
Off the play fake. Here's Hurts. No hesitation. Goes right back to Likely.
The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that will bring up second down.
I don't care what sport you're playing. Everyone likes to build up a little momentum, don't they? And look at this. Back-to-back completions to the big target at tight end.
That one not as profitable as the other, but still a decent game. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now third down coming up.
Well, let's face it, that's just a helpless feeling for a running back there. He's looking up to find a hole, and all he finds is a whole lot of ticked-off linebacker.
Here's Hurts to throw.
And he will go down. A Cowboys sack.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Well, many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the Scrambler or the Dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage and digging themselves a hole that they can't get out of.
On fourth down, out is the punter, Cameron Johnston, to boot it away. That's taken on the 25. Good footwork at the 30. We'll call this a 41-yard punt, 7 on the return. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Here's the Dallas offense now, heading back out onto the field.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown. And the last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And a lane slow and materializing there as he'll get maybe a yard up to the 45. Ball spotted at the 45. Here's a 2nd and 9.
Started the second quarter, and it's the Cowboys in possession as they're looking at a 2nd down and 9 to go.
On 2nd down, it's Walker.
A beautiful fake. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 11 yards and a Cowboy 1st down.
Walker now on 1st and 10.
And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
And when you get good yardage like that on 1st down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
And going right back to Walker.
And he's going to get this pretty close to a 1st down as the tackle is made at the Seahawks 34. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the 1st down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile.
And he will have a Cowboys 1st down, maybe by about a yard as they find a way to convert on 3rd and inches.
3rd and inches, they just hand it to the big battering ram there. That's football 101, isn't it? That's bread and butter. Turn around and hand it to the big fella and let him get forward for a 1st down.
19 Tigers.
Running right. Here's Walker.
And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be second down.
He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run responsibilities correctly this time. What we call them run fits, everyone was in the right place.
Now here's Stroud. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by James Bradbury. And the Seahawks are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
Partner, I think this one went awry very simply because he overestimated his arm strength and his ability to fit it anywhere he wants to. A lot of quarterbacks do that and often pay the price.
And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Second down. Here's Hurts. Fights through him. Same target. It's Jacobs again.
And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 11 yards there and a first down for Seattle.
That's good for a Seattle Seahawks. First and 10 at the 37.
He'll drop to throw. That's taken in, complete to Reynolds. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. Second and 2.
Brings up second and 2 at the 46-yard line.
Second and a couple.
Here's a handoff to Jacobs running left. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49.
6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Yeah, they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
That's caught out wide by Cooks.
So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And it'll be second down.
Second and 5 at the Cowboys' 44-yard line.
They're going to look to throw.
A short one there, caught by Likely.
Calling a gain of 3 on the play. And now 2 yards to go on third down.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
73.
On third and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air.
Out quickly to Judy. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down. It's a gain of 6 that time on third and 2.
First and 10 at the 35-yard line.
They'll send a receiver in motion left.
Here's Jacobs on first and 10. And able to get this to the 31.
The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle. That's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
Second down, here's Jalen Hurts.
He gets it to Cooks.
And he's going to be taken down right at the 10-yard line.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line.
Not the first and goal play they drew up. Multiple defenders in to bring him down to the ground.
Gotta imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's second and 18.
From the gun, it's Hurts.
He finds his man complete. That's Jacobs. So he stopped for no gain. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on third and long.
It's now third down and long.
Great.
They'll look to throw.
That's caught left side by Judy.
The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Santos' kick is up and through. So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Dallas offense back out onto the field.
And 2 picks thrown here in this first half alone. We'll see how that affects him.
Can't wait to see where his confidence is, because the great ones, they'll throw 4 or 5 picks, and while it'll hurt their team, it won't hurt their confidence. They'll think something was just wrong with the ball or the wind or something was funny. It's never about them. That's how they stay so into the moment and into the game.
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Now a 2nd and 10. Second and 10. Here's Stroud.
And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about.
Okay, so the penalty on the outside for illegal touching, and they'll have to come back and try it again.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Play action. Here's Stroud. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he will step out of bounds here inside the 30.
A big play here for Dallas. 46 yards.
Despite writing it down on my notes, I never give enough credit to the offensive line, and we have to here. The protection, that's what made this play a success. Quarterback had to wait for his crossing route to develop, and that takes a little bit of extra time. Excellent job by the big fellas up front.
This one out quickly to Watkins. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. Another nice gain, 16 yards there at a 1st down again. They'll send a receiver in motion to the right.
Here's Walker.
And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. That gets him 3 yards closer here as it brings up 2nd and goal.
That's good power football on 1st and goal. A lot of teams will throw from there, but that's a nice job to chew up a few more yards and get yourself closer to the goal line.
Again, Walker.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown.
Ken Walker.
A 6-yard touchdown run.
And the Cowboys will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. That could be an important swing right there. A touchdown in the final minute of the half to take the lead.
And I like the point you just made there. Could be an important swing because now that they have the lead, if they can carry that into the locker room at the half, they'll feel really good about what they accomplished in the first 2 quarters.
Extra point by York is up and good.
And the lead is now 14-10.
And here we go as he sends this one away. Ford now to return it.
And bulldozing his way through.
And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. The Seahawks going to take over now late in this first half. And with a little under a minute remaining, we'll see if they want to try to put a drive together, possibly even take the lead here with a touchdown. On 1st down, Hurts. Complete to Likely.
Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. So 1 play and they're already just shy of midfield.
Throwing is Hurts. Has this complete to Daniel Bellinger.
And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. That'll They'll give them 8 that time, and that'll bring up a second down in just a couple.
Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts.
Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle third. He couldn't catch it. Now third down. He was waving his arms, wanted the football, but he dropped it. And that reminds me of a story you told me from your days at Tennessee. We don't need to mention the other guy's name, but when he dropped an open pass that you blew coverage on, what'd you say to him?
Yeah, it's really not right since I blew coverage, but since he dropped the pass, I said, well, maybe next time he'll just walk it out here and hand it to you. Would that be easier? He wasn't real thrilled with that.
That's cold-blooded. Cold-blooded. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Hurts sets up to throw it.
The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down.
You know what I like about that play? He didn't try to do too much on first down. He took what the defense gave him, put together a solid gain to bring up second and manageable. Now they have a couple of plays to pick up just a few yards and a new set of downs.
So on comes Cairo Santos now for the field goal try. He hit his first, this one from 40 yards out. The Cowboys signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. So out now is the Seattle field goal team. This is a 40-yard attempt from the left hash. Santos' kick is up and through, and the lead is down to 1 now at 14-13. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot. And they're not going to go quietly into this halftime break. They know they're in for a fight, so they're trying to make every possession count. They took the big shot there, but it winds up incomplete.
Final play of the half, Stroud. That one's complete out to Michael Mayer.
And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. So we've come upon halftime here in this NFC Divisional Round matchup as we send you cross-country to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report.
Okay, Brandon, this is the second of 4 games this weekend as we narrow the field down to the 4 teams who will meet.
Well, look around the NFL. We'll have to wait for postgame because we are moving right through halftime and on to the third quarter.
And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. A trip to the NFC title game hanging in the balance. Second half action back underway.
On down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Cowboy offense set to go to begin this third quarter. And they've been the better of the 2 teams through 2 quarters of play, much to the chagrin of this home crowd.
Yeah, this score is a surprise to a lot of folks at home, although not to my dad. He predicted the visitors would win. And maybe to the folks in the stadium, but you know who is not a surprise to, partner? This team with the football. They were very confident coming in.
Xavier Woods, the free safety, up to make the tackle.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. They did a nice job there holding the point of attack and not giving ground. And those two just against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
Stroud on third down now.
And it's knocked away and incomplete.
And so many times we look at the opening drive of the third quarter as a tone center, and many coaches do emphasize it, and that's a strong performance there defensively to force incompletion and, more importantly, force a quick punting situation.
He gets this away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And this is going to work out well as it's out of bounds near the 13-yard line. Now we'll see what this Seahawks offense has in store with their first possession of the second half.
And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out, and now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, partner, you can sense them saying, okay, the first half was theirs, but now let's get the momentum back on our side. We forced a punt. Now let's go downfield and score. If we do that, we'll be set up well for the second half. Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Miami.
Hurts.
And Cooks has it over the middle. A 5-yard pass on the heels of a 5-yard run. Good enough for the first.
That's good for a Seahawks. First down. First and 10 at the 33-yard line.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, second and 2.
Now a second and 2. Here's Hurts to throw. Throw right side is going to be caught by Judy.
Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. Continuing to steadily move the ball down the field. Not big play after big play, but these moderate gains getting him first downs.
And you know what they add up to, right? If you continue that pace and you continue to move it downfield, they add up into 6 points. That's exactly what you're looking for.
On first and 10, it's Hurts.
Throw complete right side to Cooks.
Ball right on the 50-yard line. Here's a second down and 4.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Jacobs. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
On the move past the 40.
Oh, some strong running. And finally marked down at the 23. Excellent play there on third down. Give him 25 yards.
Well, this has certainly been a nice drive with the way they've spread the football around. Here, they even get the fullback involved in the passing game. That's got to cause a lot of consternation on the defensive side. You got to cover him, too. That makes things really difficult.
They'll throw on first down with Hurts.
And his throw's going to be incomplete.
They had their backs up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
On second down, Jacobs. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. Offensive line really didn't give him any room to maneuver on that play.
Things closed pretty quickly, didn't they? And how about the wrap-up at the end of that tackle? Left no doubt there would be no additional yardage to be found.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. He could not get away that time, and it'll be a loss of 11 on third down.
Santos on for the field goal. A 51-yard attempt.
Santos' kick is up and through, and they have regained the lead. So that's 3 field goals for him now, but heck, he's not even half halfway to his career best of 7.
Seems like the 7 field goal games are the kind of games I always get assigned to at my other job. Let's hope for this offense's sake they can start cashing in on a few of these drives.
Taken at the goal line. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. Possession of the football going back to the Cowboys. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
They got half of what he needed there, 2 yards, and it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more. They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They'll try for the first with Walker. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down.
74 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Throwing now is Stroud. Open man downfield is Chase. He's got it. Now he's loose down the left sideline.
Touchdown, Cowboys!
Jamar Chase.
2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far.
And the Cowboys have taken the lead here in this 3rd quarter. Extra point by York is up and good.
And the lead is up to 5.
York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. Get a look at Jerry Jeudy as he leads his offense back out there for this next series.
And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this? But it's usually not by himself, is it? Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Normally he's pretty reliable. Usually catches what's thrown to him. On that play, he simply dropped it.
2nd and 10 here as we sit in the 3rd quarter of this divisional round matchup.
They'll drop to throw.
They're looking for Jeudy, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Riley Moss.
And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Cowboy defense has a touchdown.
Well, CD, we have seen it many times throughout the course of the season. This defense coming up large and snagging a big